Good evening, traders, and welcome to final session recap of 2017. This will be a short webinar because now we are basically in a strong, very strong holiday trading mode, and there is not much going on in the markets. So as you know, this year was very, very good regarding our setups. If you traded professionally, if you traded with low risk, you should have made some nice pips and you should build your account. Uh, this year basically was all about big movements in yen pairs. Also, there was some huge volatility in cryptocurrencies. And from 2018, you can expect that I will regularly show you cryptocurrency trading setups. My testing has already been finished on cryptocurrencies, namely Bitcoin dollar and Ethereum dollar. And from 2018, as I say, you can expect a full research on these two cryptocurrencies, and I might also include Litecoin too. So far on my demo account, I've been really I've had a really positive result because cryptocurrencies, at least how we trade it in the form of CFDs, are very good. I will show you my Camarilla MACD captures trend on cryptos perfectly, and I'm almost 90% sure that most of my setups in 2018 should give you positive results. But that being said, have in mind that trading cryptocurrencies also bears significant amount of risk, and we really need to have great trading conditions. But at least according to technical analysis and technical research, it looks like we can expect some very positive pips on cryptos. So before I start, first there is a disclaimer: CFD and Forex are leveraged products, can result in losses that exceed your deposits. And if you want to get a corresponding information on charting conditions and any other detail, you should visit admiralmarketsglobal.com, select your country of residence, and contact an appropriate entity. And have in mind that this video is not part of the .co.uk website, but the globalnews.com website. You can read a full risk disclosure on this web address. Why do we trade with Admiral Markets UK Ltd? Excellent index offerings, DAX30, also great CFD mini contract starting from 0.1 lots, excellent leverage conditions, and definitely the best platform, MetaTrader Supreme Edition and MT4 and MT5. So a lot more reasons to trade. Okay, with us, with me. Have in mind that patience is the key to trading success. So today, as I say, for rules and setups for holiday trading, as I said, it bears a high amount of risk. You need to cut the target, cut the risk. Also, go with the 10 or 20% of the ATR target. One or two trades per day maximum that I recommend. You can do some intraday positions, but not heavily. Do not overtrade. Markets will be mostly range bound during holiday trading, but because of low liquidity, we might also see some high volatility and some unexpected price spikes. Because of that, you really need to be very careful. The best, what I can tell you, is to follow important levels. For example, on my Telegram channel today, you can see we had a great GBPN trade. I actually made a trading idea on GBPN here, guys, and you can see definitely it came in profits, and we secured profits here today. So this was my only trade that I did today. It was a GBPN short setup, and definitely closed it for 27 pips. But as I say, those 27 pips have been made during holiday season. So I'm still, it's still enough for me. I don't particularly trade during holiday season. So if I see really a good setup, like I saw GBPN setup, then I can make a trade. But otherwise, I usually don't make any trades during holiday season. So because of high demand for euro dollar, pound yen, DAX30, and cryptocurrencies such as BTC and Ethereum USD, I will give you my trading ideas, guys. If you still want to trade during this holiday, Christmas and New Year market, please be very, very careful and do not overtrade by any means, guys. Okay, we will also cover gold as I did in the analysis today. Before I start with showing you setups, Mario is asking, do you think they have future cryptos? Is it not bubble? Well, Mario, I think that mostly uh, this is all speculation regarding cryptocurrencies, and there is a lot of hype. But definitely, as I already explained, if this is a bubble, then dips should be bought. Basically, every big dip should be bought on the BTC or Ethereum. If you watched what happened on Friday, Bitcoin lost 50% of its value, and it was basically bought from 10,000 points. So it was a big, big trade for people who longed on Bitcoin dollar. So I think there is a potential for a bubble, of course, because all of these markets that are not regulated fully, that are hyped to the maximum, are bubbles. You need to remember the uranium bubble. Also, guys, uranium bubble, .com bubble, all of these markets were were bubbles. But then again, if you know how to trade it, you can still make some pips, right? If you are in the right moment, if you trade the right moment in the market, you could still make some pips. If you remember, guys, uranium versus Australian dollar, you can, I think, find it on the internet. Uranium was a lot of traders were buying uranium company shares during 2007. And you can remember during 2007, oil prices were huge, and people were thinking that nuclear energy was the future. It was in 2007. Uranium spot prices surged from a 30-year bear market. So everyone was investing their money in penny stocks that were exploring for uranium. People were basically valuing these companies in billions of dollars, and they hadn't even proven how much resources they had in the ground, let alone be operational. So those companies had no cash flow or fundamental value. People were just speculating, and this Bitcoin looks pretty much similar, but because of mining, Australian dollar were super strong in 2017 when equities and mining sector actually crashed. So what I think is that cryptocurrencies definitely have the future. I think really because who gives, basically, guys, you need just to ask yourselves who is the power, the force that gives the paper money its strength. It's people, guys. People gives people give strength to paper money because they think that it has some value, some significant. People actually give uh, the value to paper money. Same is for cryptocurrencies. It has big value because people give it the value. It's a paradox, but it's a big truth. So basically, what I think is cryptocurrencies definitely have the future, and a lot of improvements will be made in blockchains technology and their ledger technologies, and Bitcoin is just a pioneer. And every new product, every new pioneer in the market always always has its so-called pioneer rent, and it has the biggest potential for a growth. It's in every market, and it's the basis of marketing. I remember that during my studying, that was basically one of the lessons that I was very, very good at. And that was on my exam when I remember my days on faculty on university. There was a question about pioneers in marketing and what we can expect from the situation when we do a SWOT analysis. It was like a SWOT analysis, strength and weaknesses of a company, and we had a case. We needed to do a case study of a company that is pioneer in its sector. And basically, I just compared that to cryptocurrencies. It has a Bitcoin is the strongest because it's the first. Every other cryptocurrency that has a potential to grow will be improved version of the Bitcoin. Of course, this is my opinion, guys, and be it a bubble or not, there is a future in cryptocurrencies. But if we see some regulations, and you know that banksters want to impose regulations on cryptos, of course that its value will diminish. But the structure of cryptocurrencies is to basically circumvent the regulations that are imposed by central banks. Uh, yeah, I know a lot of brokers stopped operations, guys. It's normal, but you need to know that uh, basically all this crypto trading is CFD crypto trading. It's not like you buy it physically. It's CFDs on cryptocurrencies, and of course they're in closed mode because brokers want to protect themselves. So we will see how the things will develop in 2018. But definitely, guys, it's very speculative market. It's not regulated market. This is the beginning of some new era in trading, and for us, it should be good because it will offer variety in trading. We will have forex. We always will have forex indices, commodities, right? Stock market, and now we will have some other financial instruments such as cryptocurrencies. So the future is bright, but if we see a bubble on the Bitcoin, well, guys, as I say, who is interested to trade? Well, you will always find some potential trades. During 2008 and 9, when we had a global financial crisis, I personally was very successful in trading the euro dollar. You know how euro dollar, it was a huge hype on euro dollar trading, and it reminds me really on hype now for cryptocurrencies. But I personally was very successful. I was really one of the leading persons there in Forex Factory in euro dollar trade, and I had really good trades on euro dollar. So basically, I really don't care where the markets will go up and down. My job is to trade it, right? My job is to pick the level and trade it. So whatever you think, guys, I can say that cryptos have the future, but you really need to be very careful. And of course, regarding Bitcoin, it might be a bubble and it might crash, but it doesn't mean that it will not be bought again. If you remember, I repeated the same thing for many times, and I've been repeating the same thing all over again. If it dips, you should buy it, in my opinion. That is what I will show you just a little bit later. Bitcoin dollar dropped on Friday, 50% of value. It lost 50%, and then it spiked to 15,000. So basically, a dip has been bought, and the similar happened on Ethereum dollar. So that was a chance for a further long position. But always try to trade it with a lower risk because it's very risky and it's not regulated like Forex market. Now, I will give you my trading ideas, guys. You need to mark the levels. As I say, this is not standard session recap. So I cannot tell you go long here, go long there, because volatility can be big because liquidity is low and markets do not move much. And you know, guys, it's end of year basically, and so many traders are already on their holidays, and major banks are also having their holidays. So first we will start with euro dollar, guys. Euro dollar 4-hour time frame is bullish. I think that dips on euro dollar will be bought. So regarding euro dollar, this is the first zone where you could actually try spotting for long entries, and the second zone is definitely close to weekly L3 and this previous spike. So basically, guys, price usually ranges between WH3 and WL3. Now, Camarilla levels should also be strong because we don't see very clear trend. What we see actually is range bound market during this holiday season. So what I think is if the euro dollar gets close to 1905, 1910, it could drop, and if it gets again close to 1815, 1830, it could be bought. So between WH3 and WL3 should be range play for euro dollar. So please, guys, mark these levels. For all of you who have my Camarillas, you can put it on your charts and watch. Look at this, guys. 32 pips today's ATR. It's very low. So as I say, if you trade, you really need to cut on your targets because the ATR is extremely low. GBP dollar is also having a big range play, guys. It's also bought on dips, but you can see here we have a pattern here. Now you can actually connect. This is a triangle here, and you see that there is a conjunction in the market. It is again bought around WL1. It is going towards weekly H3. If it manages to break this weekly H3, try and look to go short around 34.20. If it drops below this, it could be a fake out, and I still think that it could reject around weekly L3. Again, weekly H3 and weekly L3 are usually very strong during range-bound markets, and I think that both of these currencies, namely euro dollar and pound dollar, can reject respectively from weekly H3 and weekly L3. If it manages to go above weekly H3, then look to short around 34.20. It is a triple top, guys, in the history, and because of this holiday trading mode, I think that there should be some buyers, so at least you can scalp here around weekly H4 if the price gets higher. But as I say, please be very careful because you might see some unusual spikes in both directions that happen during low liquidity. When there is low liquidity, volatility can get higher. Now we move on to pound yen. As I said, I sold today pound yen. This was my intraday trade, and basically the price was here. I sold it. It was very good trade. Exactly from this spot, I sold the price, and I managed to have 27 pips. So what I think is, again, range play. We have a double bottom. If this double bottom breaks, triple bottom, sorry, try to aim for this level here, 151.08 and 151.05. I think that 151.00 is protected. You can see here, this is order block and historical buying, and this is a range play. Sell from 151.90 because we already sold today. Okay, so again, possible range play on GBPN is 151 towards 151.90. If 151 suddenly breaks, then 150.56 to 60 is the level where you could start searching for long opportunities. But my primary range is here, guys. Previous quadruple top, then a retest. This is now an order block and straight spike towards weekly H3. So this is its major range. Now we go to DAX30. Okay, yeah, we can mention gold. As I already did the analysis today. So it should reject from these levels here. If it doesn't reject, it can actually get to weekly H4 and then it should reject. But this is the primary area of now moment rejection. It's already in the zone, so we will see, but it could reject from this zone lower. You really need to follow the price carefully. Gold is on its move, but as you can see, it's already very close to weekly resistance. Now we go to DAX30. Okay, DAX, this is a potential. There is a potential for head and shoulders here. If it starts to reject, guys, from this level, watch this zone here, because if it gets there, this could be the right shoulder, okay, and you can actually start shorting from this spot, okay. So left shoulder head and possibly right shoulder there, and you can start shorting. Long trades could be initiated at the breakout, guys, of this trend line. Sorry, not the breakout, but actually a spike from this trend line, because here we have actually a confluence here. You see there is a confluence of a weekly L4 level, of a weekly Camarilla, and this trend line. It's now a range play between these two trend lines. Any spike above this region, go short here around this spot. That is my trading idea here. And I always say, guys, and I will remind you again, it's very volatile. It could be very volatile, and you need to go with mostly with scalp swings. So cut your targets, cut your ATR targets, go with 10 to 20% of ATR, and protect your profits. Yes, today oil was, I didn't pay a lot of attention to oil, but it was volatile indeed. So here you see the oil spike, huge spike. So what I would do is, this is, guys, momentum candle. How do we trade high momentum? You put Fibonacci, 61.8, 78.6, 88.6 are your entries. Stop loss goes here. And you see here the biggest confluence actually happens exactly at 88.6, because we have monthly H3 level and weekly H4. So they're in perfect confluence with 88.6, weekly H4, monthly H3, and 88.6. So watch for possible drop and rejection here. Okay, this is high momentum trading now. Watch for, you need to wait for retracement in order to go long. So 61.8, 78, 88.6, this is called high volatility trading, and we also covered it in price action trading school. Now we also have, as I said, the BTC. Watch, guys, where we had a spike. We had a nice spike here, exactly from this level here. It was monthly H1. Price went down and it was bought. Which level was it? It was 1074. So it was 10,743 exactly. But here, guys, triple bottom here. So it was not a coincidence that the Bitcoin dollar was bought here. So I think that there is still potential for a growth. You need just to add a trend line here, okay, and see if this breaks here. It will be actually break of weekly H3. It should also get to weekly H4 and retest this previous high. If it starts rejecting, guys, then watch for rejections towards this region here and this region there. Yes, it's in the close only mode, but I'm just giving you guys a possible movement on the Bitcoin dollar. So it's not like you can trade it now because it's in close mode only. But what I see in BTC is either a possible rejection here or a breakout towards, if it rejects, I would be watching these levels. So you see here, this is next level that should be broken. If it doesn't break, we could see another dip, and that could be a head and shoulders again here towards lower levels. So guys, you see Bitcoin was very, very volatile on Friday, a huge drop, and well, it needs to break this level to go higher. Ethereum, guys, perfect trade here. I am testing my Camarilla MACD with his demo trade here, and it's very successful. So you can see the same happened on Ethereum. It dropped and it was bought perfectly from monthly H3. So you see how Camarilla levels are, again, Camarillas are very, very precise. Even in these cryptocurrencies, guys, I'm staying faithful 100% to my Camarillas. They never fail me. It's, after all, guys, it's the price, it's the markets. No matter what we trade the price. That is the beauty of price action, that we actually always trade the price. Be it Ethereum, Darkcoin, Litecoin, whatever, guys, it's the price, okay? So we are, price is everything. As my friend from Forex Factory said once, his name was Red, he said he has his own thread, price is everything, and really price is everything. Monthly H3 level, perfect rejection, watch it here. So I still think it has a potential to grow if it breaks this trend line here, guys. Okay, it needs to go above this trend line, and then weekly H4 will be hit towards weekly H5. Cryptocurrencies are correlated, and obviously this is buy on dip. Now I have questions for Euro Yen. Euro Yen, guys. Let me. Okay. Oh, I need to reset this. Wait, just give me a few seconds. Okay. Okay, this is Euro Yen. Euro Yen bullish price action here. We could see now, guys, watch for this. It could break either way. Now it could go down if it closes below this level, but this is the zone, so it could be bought again. If it gets above monthly H3, it could get to weekly H3, guys. This is important level here. If we see a 4-hour close above this level, this could be next weekly H3. So pay attention to that. So I think that I covered it all. I cannot give you the right, correct, as I always give you trade levels because it's holiday. And if I trade, I only make one trade per day. Today and tomorrow is my last day for trading. Then I will be back, of course, again after the new year, full trading mode then. And Wednesday, guys, is tomorrow we will have another live trading session. I will maybe, if I see the opportunity, I will give you some scalp trade, whatever, but that will be my final trade for this year tomorrow during Wednesday live session. And of course, after New Year, we will be back with more instruments on weekly recap, with more instruments on live trading, guys. We still have 2 more webinars this year, so it's tomorrow's webinar and Thursday webinar with Chris. I hope that you enjoyed this year with us and that you will be here with us also during 2018. I will definitely be with you, and I can tell you that the only thing I can tell you, if you want to trade, guys, now, please be careful. As I always say, sometimes not having a position in the market equals to having a profitable position. And the last question, if on gold price goes above 1284, does it have potential to go down? So I would say it has, because this is the resistance. This is the final resistance here, weekly H4, this ATR. So this is now resistance. If it starts to reject, it could go down, but this is resistance indeed. So thank you guys for listening. So those were my potentially trading ideas. If you trade, I would say go with scalping. Do not go for full price projection, because guys, even on strongest moving pairs, you see the ATR 39, 32, 30, 32. Now it's holiday trading mode, and you should be very, very careful. So only scalp trades allowed, or scalp swings. Thank you for listening, guys. As I say, I will do the final Wednesday live trading session in 2017 tomorrow, and on Thursday, chart patterns webinar, final webinar for 2017, and we'll see you in 2018. As always, guys, cheers, and I wish you the best if you will be here tomorrow and Thursday, no problem. If not, I wish you the best of all in 2018, the best to you, the best to your families, and as always, be here with me and do not worry about trading setups. I will always cover it for you. Cheers, guys. Talk soon.